Hello, my name is Hassan Sorrells, and this is the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast. Shorts. There's no co-host on Shorts episodes. These are 6 to 8 minute observations, ideas, thoughts, or rants about the literature, philosophy, psychology, and the theology of leadership. Because listening to me talk about leadership for now around 6 to 8 minutes is still better than reading and trying to understand yet another business book. Leaders must balance a realistic vision of the future and the goals that the team can accomplish with the realities of the immediate present. When leaders fall into ideological shibboleths and don't bother to develop curiosity about the needs of individuals and teams living in the immediate present, they are well on the road to tyranny. The perfect example in literature of the blinkered leader in the present who lacks fundamental curiosity about the needs of individuals and teams in the immediate present is the Red Queen in Alice in Wonderland. The Red Queen was short-tempered, temperamental, impatient, and a pedestrian bully. And like most bullies, when she was confronted with her bullying behavior, as she was in the sequel to Alice in Wonderland, Through the Looking Glass, her behavior changed and she became more conciliatory and more explanatory about the cardinal motive of her prickly nature. Running as fast as you can to stay in the same place is emotionally, psychically, psychologically, and spiritually exhausting. But many leaders choose to operate in this manner because the seduction of tyranny in the service of ego stroking is deeply psychologically addictive. When leaders become tyrants, logic, common sense, listening to others, and clear-eyed decision-making go right out the window. And what becomes more valued is lying, deceit, manipulation, and a relentless focus more on the optics of behavior rather than the nature of the actual behavior itself. Leaders who are malevolent and malicious, or just merely naive and willfully blind, can be convinced of any utopian goal, and can have their deep desire for control bent to accomplish goals that may achieve utopia in the future, while sacrificing real people and teams in the real life now. Leaders, Red Queens are everywhere, and it is long past time to start resisting the bullies, the amateur and professional alike, wherever they may appear. And that's it for me. Listen and subscribe to the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast on all the major podcast players that you listen to, including iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and of course, Spotify. And leave a 5-star review if you like the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast. Look, we need those reviews to grow, and it's the easiest way that you can help us actually grow this show. And of course, tell all your friends. If you want to get started down the leadership path, our products from HSCT Publishing can help you and your team do that. So check out our training webinars, our coaching services, and more at leadershiptoolbox.us, and check out our video-based subscription service at leadingkeys.com. We've got books that will help you and your team grow. So pick up a copy today of My Boss Doesn't Care, 100 Essays on Disrupting Your Workplace by Disrupting Your Boss, and subscribe to the Little Red podcast we launched earlier this year with the same name as this Little Red book. My Boss Doesn't Care, 100 Essays on Disrupting Your Workplace by Disrupting Your Boss. And of course, pick up my most recent book, 12 Rules for Leaders, the Foundation of Intentional Leadership, written with Bradley Madigan. You're going to want to pick up a copy of that in April 2022. And you can get both of these books in paperback, hardcover, or as ebooks on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and any other place you order books on demand. Finally, we are on YouTube, or I'm on YouTube, or someone around here is on YouTube. So like and subscribe to the video version of the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast on the HSCT Publishing channel on YouTube. Just search for HSCT Publishing on YouTube and hit the subscribe button to get updates every single time we upload a new video, which we do that at least once a week. And subscribe to the Hassan Sorrells Presents Audio Experience podcast. Yes, I have 3 podcasts on YouTube where I talk more casually with a wider range of people about all matters that matter in the world today. Everything from fatherhood to criminal justice, Christianity to artificial intelligence. We cover the entire plethora of things that are floating around in my mind, and that's why it's called an audio experience. All right, well, that's it for me. Out.